Hello YouTube! I am Pinstar and this is Pinstar Plays Sintopia, the demo. So what is Sintopia? Well, if you've ever played some of the old God games back in the day, like Black and White, take that but with a mix of, say, Afterlife, an old LucasArts city builder. And you've got kind of Sintopia here. It is its own thing. It draws more thematically than mechanically from those two games. But yeah, it's its own thing. Basically, you are an administrator of hell, and you need to build up and manage hell from as a bureaucracy to process the souls of the deceased, punish them accordingly, and then resurrect them back into the living. Real quick disclaimer: this game presents these are not humans; these are humus. They're anthropomorphic chickpeas. So any bearing resemblance to any IRL religion is purely coincidental. So please keep the comment section civil, people. Please, thank you. All right, I've already gone through the tutorial. I will be your tutorial. Let's dive into challenge mode. Okay, so challenge mode gives us 3 randomly generated maps with 3 randomly generated, sets of goals here. Each ranked and whatnot. Let's see here. Morgues, punish sloth, punish gluttony. This might be a good idea. What do we have here? Feral. All right, so the guacas are harder. I'll explain what all of this means as we get along with it. Earning purgadollars is a good thing too. They breed faster in this one. Yeah, you know what? I'll go with this one, Arcadian. So it looks like this game will have some form of meta progression that you can unlock, but they only have a few here. That gives you an upside and a downside for every boon that you slot in for them. Here it makes them more vulnerable to greed as the sin, but you get your upkeep is reduced for punishing greed. So that's very profitable. Oops. And then gluttony, when you punish gluttony, it removes other sins, which makes that very efficient, though it doesn't provide you income for that, but that's okay. And then wrath, we get, a faith coin lets you gain... basically, it lets you cast your spells on the overworld. So yeah, let's go with these 3. They were the only things, and we can't go further up the trees here until we get some XP. So let's launch. So the way this works. The way this whole gameplay loops is, this is the overworld up here. These are the humus. They live their lives. They do their thing. This is actually a fairly, I don't want to call it robust, but it's a fully autonomous, like, city colony builder. Like, you do not build their houses. You do not build their watchtowers, their military, their doctors, their merchants. Like, you don't do any of that. They do that themselves, all autonomously, and it's all guided by their leader, which hasn't been created yet. But the personality of the leader kind of determines the direction the AI takes on the overworld, which can have a knock-on effect on the health of the civilization, as well as which sins they tend to be subject to. There are 7 deadly sins: sloth, wrath, pride, envy, lust, greed, and gluttony. So based on their actions in the overworld, they will accumulate these sins, and then when a humus dies for any reason, they will arrive here in the graveyard. We start out with 3 dead humus right here. Every 3 minutes or so, the Grim Reaper will come in a bus to pick them up and ferry them down to hell. And yes, there is no heaven here, or at least not one that we control. So they are ferried down here, and then it is up to us to basically punish them. Now, punishing them basically removes the sin from them. And if we can get their total sins under 42, when we resurrect them, we get rewarded with a heros, which is what we need for our tech tree, basically. We also get purgadollars by accepting them into hell, and also the act of punishing them. So we make money on a couple of different means there. But it takes money to make money, so we got to build here. This, by the way, is the structure they have to be sent to resurrect them back into the land of the living. Right, so first things first, we need some punishment. Now, right now, without any techs unlock, we only have one form of punishment, the omniscienductor. This thing will punish all sins kind of randomly, but it's good for mopping up. But for later on, when we get humus with lots of one particular sin, there's more specialized structures for that. But for now, this'll we can make do with this. I think. Yeah, I kind of want this to be like the end step cleanup. I know it's kind of far away from the main portal here, but I kind of want this to be like the final step on their journey here. So and they're gonna have to make this trek anyway. We're gonna place 3 of these things down, and I'm gonna put them with a poop. Can't get it. All right, hang on. Luckily, you get until you unpause, you get free refunds on the movement and placement of buildings that you might have changed your mind on, which is very nice. All right, let's get a 3rd one of these down, because it takes time to process a soul in each of these. Now, the way the roads work here is souls all roads are one way when it comes to souls. So they will only travel in one direction based on how you draw it. So in this case, we would do something like that to get them here, and then these merge in here. So you don't need to worry about like them wandering around and RNG taking them down a wrong turn and you having problems because of that. Now, that being said, you do need to be particular about what direction you are drawing them to and from. The other thing with souls is that when they reach a split, they will divide themselves evenly in even ratios like this. There's also intelligent ways to, get them going in one particular direction or another. Just gonna trim that back one. There we go. Now, one other thing that you can do, which I think we will do, is build a waiting booth. So this sort of helps control the flow of your peeps. The main reason for that is if they're just waiting on the road outside, waiting outside a building for their turn, they will gradually, just from the lovely ambiance of it, accumulate sin passively, which is not necessarily what you want. You want to kind of cleanse them here. So in that case, getting them in a proper queue will prevent that from accumulating. Yeah, let's do something like, I mean, we could do something like this. So this is going to be the queue where they wait in line. They're protected from, gaining random sin while waiting on that line. But we do need a worker here to sort of let them in. And they'll let them out of the queue when one of these buildings is ready for them. All right, let's get a break room for our workers here. We haven't hired them yet, but we will be. Yeah, this probably a good place for him, like right here. Now to travel to here, imps, our workers, can use the soul roads, and they can go against the arrows on there. But if you want a road for just them, so it doesn't confuse the souls, you can build an imp road, which they can go and take, but the souls will completely ignore. Now, one other thing, and the reason why I built these with different things in between, is there's a mechanic, fear and motivation. Fear speeds up the moving speed of souls because they're afraid, but slows down your imps. They don't like fear. Meanwhile, motivation speeds up and increases the work efficiency of your imps, but slows down souls because they're not as they don't really, they're not as afraid anymore. So they're just going to take it thing. Now, one thing I've noticed is that motivation will increase efficiency in your actual places here, in your places of work. So it actually makes your workers faster. So I'm going to stack a couple of these on here. 1, 2, 3. We'll do 1, 2, 3. That should get them nice and efficient. I'll check their numbers and motivation as we go along here. And then because the souls in there won't be afraid because the whole place is being marinated in motivation, we set up fear emanators right outside here so that when they emerge, they can be good and spooked. These are all just, they all have the same effect in terms of magnitude. Speaking of fear, might behoove us to get a couple of these just on their, just so they can make their way here. Because they're going to be accumulating sin while they're on the roads anyway, even if they're not waiting. All right, let's hire some workers. So, $1,000 for you for a 3-star? I mean, you are going to make us a lot of money on failures. But I don't want to pay $1,000 for you. I might pay the 500 to refresh. I mean, we also have to pay $800 per day for this guy. I mean, granted, we do get money every time he fails at processing. Yeah, let's take.
I'm sure they work.
I might start with these two. I might hire this guy. He does have 150% work speed.
Do I have to meet the TA? Work.
And then we need one of these to manage that. I don't want you to be on break. I don't want you to have lower work time. Sure.
Wow, thank you. Can't wait to get started.
Okay, I think we're ready to unpause here. Did I not assign you appropriately?
Yeah.
There we go.
It's always a pleasure.
All right. So yeah, so let's fast forward. A little glow tells us that the bus is about to come in. Also, we have a new ruler has been coronated. The humus will always replace their rulers. Let's take a look at this guy. So we have an industry mogul. That is fantastic. So this guy will emphasize gatherers. Oh, this poor guy just missed the bus. That's all right. They'll stick around. There is a problem if they stay in the graveyard for too long, but one cycle shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, focus on merchant, focus on builder. Speaking of builder, look at this. They just set the foundation of 2 new houses. That wasn't me. That wasn't me. That's just them saying, hey, we got to build stuff. So yeah, I'll take this because like merchants tend to have greed as their thing. So our souls here are making their way downtown. Of course, our demons are already going on break, but that's why we have the queue here. I guess I should have just waited till they arrived to hire everyone so they wouldn't have their break timer. Oh yeah, one other thing I can do here is I can put a few motivating things in the break room so that they're good and motivated while on break so that they make their way. Yeah, see, they're ecstatic now. So move speed 150, work speed 75%. Which means when they finally finish their break, they will zoom out of here and get back to work quickly. But yeah, I think we're just going with this group. I don't have the. We have to come up with the 1455 by dawn. Otherwise, they'll go on strike. All right, now they're going here. Of course, yeah. So the toll booth person will let them through since there's an opening here. So what do we got here? A little bit of greed, which is good because that's actually going to reduce the our upkeep costs here. So yeah, now we can take a look at what we're doing here. This is sort of a home movies lecture. Some of the more advanced buildings are a bit more animated in exactly what they are doing. But yeah, we're just showing them, you know, some not so entertaining films. And what this does is this will, over time, remove a total of 21 points of sin randomly from across all of the different categories. But as long as that gets them to under 42, then they will they're all good. And yeah, so that these things will get them back to being afraid, and then that makes their move speed faster. So we can get them out the portal here before their sin climbs back above 42. Then we will get a heroes coin for our efforts, and then they will come right back to life. See, now they've been reborn at the temple, and so they just kind of get spat back out into the land of the living. But now they're back to being alive, and now they get to live another whole lifetime. Notice that the sins we did not punish are still with them. They stick around. So if you send somebody out early, they'll be already in a pretty bad state. Ooh, what are they building here? Builders Guild. Well, that makes sense. And yeah, we're starting to get money here. Yep, the next three are kind of waiting. I'm gonna wait until dawn before I hire our third demon here, just so we get a full day's work out of them without having to pay them. We'll be okay as is. Alright, we got another hell coin. Now, one thing we can do here... Yeah, 38. Yeah, these guys... At least their brakes are synced up. Ooh, 4 new souls. Nice. You can even tell what they died from. Heart attack, basically old age, old age, old age, and old age. So nothing specifically brought them to an untimely demise. There are plenty of things that can bring them to an untimely demise, including us. We have one spell right now, Force Push, which can basically fling them around, fling them into the water and drown them, fling them against buildings and crush them. We've got plenty of souls coming in, so I don't need to hasten that process, but if things start to get a little dry, I will absolutely do that. And everyone's on break. And of course, they're going to be sitting out here, slowly accumulating more sins, unfortunately. Okay, there's our upkeep. I guess we're hiring this person.
Charmed, I will try.
So we don't actually mind it when they fail because we get a huge payoff when they do. Alright, so saints. Sometimes if you have a humus that is particularly low in sin, they become a saint, and that becomes a pain in the butt because they basically don't have sins, but they still have to be processed through your stuff. But you don't make any money off of them. They just kind of gum up the works. Alright, we have 5 coins here. What I want to do to help our finances is you can unlock different buildings, but you can also unlock knowledge and other upgrades. So this will give us 10% more purgadollars for punishments. So our actively earned, you were getting $10 a tick, now we're getting $11 a tick, and we get a lot of ticks on there. So that adds up pretty quickly. And also I need to pay for this level 3 employee here. All right, there's only one person waiting to be picked up, and the Reaper is how far? 15 seconds away. Let's see if we can't fill that up a little bit. Let's find. And I can fling people into the water, but that's not going to kill them quick enough. Oh, guacas are barbarians. They don't go through our hell, but they can pose a direct threat to the humus, and through warfare and combat, we could get new souls just from soldiers dying in battle, or civilians getting killed if the soldiers are not doing their job. And then we got wargs here, also another hazard that can cause deaths and what have you. Do they not have a resource gathering place? Oh no, they do. Yeah, a sawmill's right here. So we fling some people here. Let's get this group right here. Smush. That killed them. That brings their souls to the graveyard. And now when the bus shows up, the bus at its default level, the bus has a capacity of 4. So we will have a full bus. The spells are earned by faith coins here. So that's sort of like our mana. So yeah, good to keep our operations humming here. We gotta pay the bills after all. And, you know, they get resurrected anyway, and we get more heroes here. Actually, we can get another heroes upgrade here. Now, yeah, getting them higher levels costs more, so I think we're gonna start getting into more specific punishments. Like you can punish specific things. There's a lot of things that are not implemented yet. It's early access. It's an alpha demo, even earlier than early access. But there's more complex stuff that we can get into. All right, yep, and we got our next batch of souls here. Let's see here. Daily report. We made, well, here's our profit and loss, average sin. And yeah, we have enough to cover payroll for the next cycle, so that's a good thing. Let's see how they're coming along here. Yeah, they're still building the Builders Guild, which is good because then that can build other stuff, build houses, which is needed for expanding population. Maybe build some other stuff. Hopefully, they build a marketplace soon, which they might do after they finish this Builders Guild here. Looks like it's done to me. Yeah, so all of these people are getting the builder life path, which means that is going to be their dedicated job until death. They also get a number of perks based on their personality and whatnot. We also have watchtowers, rangers here. These not only explore and claim resource nodes, but also act as a line of defense. I have a feeling this Guaca camp is they're gonna tangle in a little bit. Now, usually tier 1 camps don't go out and attack, but the humus might notice them and send a force out to engage them early. Perfect. Four dead. Full bus. All right, let's fast forward a bit, because I need more heroes coins here. Yep, dispatching them there, keeping them waiting otherwise. Nice and efficient. The other thing is, alright, so this one's right on the cusp. It has to be below 42 or below, and this one's just barely qualifying. But we still got the coin for it. Alright, so the next thing I want to unlock is a one of the specific ones. Now they all cost me 10, so I gotta save up a bit for them. But this one will allow us to very efficiently remove and punish greed sin, which our people are more vulnerable to. So we're more likely to have souls that are greedier than normal and need that kind of punishment. Only one? But yeah, look at that. Very greedy. So if we burn off all the greed first and then send them through the ringer to just top off the rest of the sins, then that'll give us some more oomph and make sure that we get things a bit lower. Let's see here. I need more income. I don't want to kill too many, though. Now, at nighttime, the humus will go back home and they will breed. Ooh, hang on. It looks like... Oh, returning to HQ. I don't know where you guys came from, though. Joining a party. Scouting. Okay. And again, they're autonomously being told where to go scout. Maybe they're going to check out this guac camp? Or they're just chilling here and guarding. That could be. Oh, this guy's a saint. Yeah, we don't want to... Guacas invade their surroundings, so... Yeah. These guys are setting up shop. Oh, well, we got 3 pending. It's not too bad. We need 1 more heroes. There it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to unlock the greedologist. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to build one. It's more expensive. And here's where we can get into some like fancy programming. So we're going to build it back here. And what I'm going to build is something I haven't shown you yet. A Souls Dispatcher. This is sort of a smart filter sorter thing. So what you do is let's build our road here. We'll merge you back up to here. But here, what I'm going to do is, so this is A. So we need to create a rule for A. And we want to say, if the highest sin is greed, send them down this route to get pre-cleansed by the anti-greed room. Otherwise, just send them ahead forward. We could also add, yeah, or maybe sin value is greater than 50. Because if they're very sinful, they're going to need some help to get their totals down in order to have that cleansed. We could also do it not just total sin value, but greed sin value is call it greater than, because it cleanses 42 greed. Let's just say 30. Greater than 30. Let's see if anyone... Aha! Oh, that's the... There's also one thing I forgot to do here, is what's called a fallback exit. And A is currently the fallback. So if they don't qualify for anything, they go A, which we don't want. We want them to go B if they don't qualify for A. Alright, well, let's get another demon going. Experience. Spontaneously go on strike. No, we'll just take the experience. Good sir? Oh, did we? I might not have finished the soul road here. What is... Oh, is this... I think I have this structure backwards. Yeah, I have the structure backwards. Oopsie doopsie. That would explain why. So now this is a more greed-focused punishment for them. So it is very effective at getting rid of greed, but only greed. Obviously, it's not really worth running this person through, but I mean, they're here anyway. Unless I can, I don't think I can pick them up directly. Yeah, this person was a ranger in their lifetime. Not exactly prone to greed. Builders, gatherers, merchants especially, those are the ones prone to greed. Alright, we're getting close. 15 seconds. Let's get some more souls on the boat. I mean, that's a little bit harder. Some of them will survive. Actually, all of them survived. So let's hit them again. Wow, you guys are resilient. One more time. Yeesh. Oh yeah, there we go. Death by head trauma. Wow, you're still alive? You got 2 hit points left. And you got 10. Wow, some of you are durable. Well, we got a full-ish boat here. Alright, let's see if anyone actually gets properly sorted here. See, yeah, your highest is greed, so we can get a lot done by sending you out. Now, yeah, we don't have a break room for this guy. And I don't want to build a break room just for one demon. We want to start getting some more stuff going here. I think my next thing is we go for like gluttony. I mean, we could set up another line and do that, but let's see here. What others? The other one I'm eyeing is this Omnisin Combobulator. This doesn't cure any sin, but it moves sins from one class to another, so we could like funnel everyone's sins into greed and then punish the greed, which makes things a lot more efficient. But the Combobulator, we need 10 Hielos for that. Yeah, their breaks take a long time when they don't have a proper break room. But yeah, he's that, and then he's still going to go through another round of punishment up here. Ah, only 2? Well, at least we have another greedy Gus here. Yep, a harvester. They tend to be a little bit more greedy. Ooh, it sounds like we have a new ruler. What do we got here? Brainy Scholar. Merchant is fine. Priest is fine. Doctor is fine. Not so much on harvesters or soldiers. That's fine. You can kill the ruler through the same way you would kill anyone else. If you don't like them, and then a new one will be generated. So you can kind of guide their hand on how how you want them to develop. Are we not? Yeah, see, you're too much. So we need a recycler loop here. We need a loop here that that will send them back if they don't qualify, which we can do. Souls Dispatcher. Yeah, back to the beginning of the line for you if you are not ready. So this one for C, status is not heroesable, which basically confirms if they're. And we'll make C the fallback exit too. Oh wait, no, we want B if they're heroesable. So if they're going to earn us a heroes, then send them along to be resurrected. Otherwise, loop them back for another round. Like this guy is not. So yeah. Alright, so we just had a fail here. A soft failure, I think, just it makes them take longer. Oh, nope, never mind. That was a critical failure. But we got $1,000 for it. So yeah, now we got the new. Oh yay! It's our last ruler here. You're gonna need a couple trips through this. Now lust is a thing. Lust is a thing that seems to be creeping up. We could do lust, like do another one of these setups and just pre-screen them for lust and knock out lust if it happens to be super high. That might be our next move here. Because yeah, having a lust specialist. I'm curious to see what the animation is like on that one. And then once we get more here, then it would warrant me building them a break room. Like a proper break room. Alright, they're finally back in, letting them through. Excellent. Let's check on the overworld, see how our humuses are doing. Ooh, they're building. What are they building? Hospital. Okay. So that will treat sick and injured humus, but also generate some pride. Doctors tend to be vulnerable to pride. They're setting up shop right outside this warg camp. Are you guys going to actually fight them, or are you you're observing? Curious. Our secondary objective is terminate kings, wargs. What was that? Did something summon somebody? Oh yeah, there's also the edge of the map. If you fling hummus off, they're gone. Like you don't even get their souls. So generally not a good thing to do unless your population is running rampant. Which, I mean, they do breed every night, and that actually creates brand new souls. So your overall soul population, in addition to recycling all the people that died, you're getting new souls. So you're going to have to keep up with the demand. We could use... Let's Let's cull the weak. If there are any weak among them. There we go. As they get closer to the end of their lifespan, their total hit points are lower, so a single spell is more likely to end them. What are you guys doing? You're still observing. Yeah, they got their eyes on this warg den. But I'm curious to see if they tangle with it. That'll definitely cause some deaths. When and if they do. Oh, if they're in proximity to a saint, it makes them all less prone to sin? Interesting. So saints can be a bit of a damper on your economy. All said and done. You know, the other thing I might do is just go all in on the greed play and do the omnicombobulator. Let's get some heroes coins, some more heroes coins, and see if we can't make that work for us. Yeah, you're definitely the highest. So that will help. Yeah, because we don't want to have to burn greed down here by running them through these mills. Whoa, gluttony. Yeah, you've gotten cleansed of everything except for gluttony. I mean, that is one of the other boosted sins, so maybe we do gluttony. Oh yeah, you can, yeah, unfortunately, yeah, they're just going to waste everyone's time and give us no rewards. Alright, 2 more heroes coins and we'll be good. Oh, priests! Yeah, priests, so it looks like they have a church set up. This will pre-cleanse some sins of your humus while they're alive. I was kind of hoping they'd set up a merchant. Maybe it is time for a change of leadership. Where's our leader? Eugene Whistlemaster. My friend, it is time for you to go. Ah, just missed the bus. Too bad. But we will get a new ruler. And also we have a sub-goal here of terminating kings. So one more and we'll get a little minor reward. Wow, lots of pride. You got some envy. Yeah, they're starting to get a little spicier. Ooh, famine. All right, we might start getting gluttony people. Yeah, when people go hungry, gluttony becomes a sin that they. That's weird because I haven't been destroying any of their crops or anything. Alright, yeah, so I knew Hummus runs up to grab the crown. Idealist collectivist. Oh, minus life path merchant? No. I'm sorry, your reign is going to be very short. Survived that one with 1 HP. Alright, there's our reward for killing 2 rulers. You just gotta crack this open with a force push. Alright, what did we get here? Oh, 5 newcomers. Well, I was kind of hoping for currency, but okay, that works. The population seems to be pretty good at breeding as it is. But yeah, look at that average sinometer is sitting at a 75. We're going to need to up our punishment game here if we're able to keep up. So in our next episode, we will we'll carry on. This demo goes for 5 in-game days. We're on 5 days, so we will finish this off in our next episode. If you like this episode and you want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment, good, bad, or indifferent. Your feedback's always welcome. So until next time, it's been Pinstar signing out. See ya.